Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man starting a nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What's up? We back.
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It feels like, but we're back.
Oh, it definitely feels like that for me because the last time... Well, alright, so let's step into the vibe, guys, because this one's going to be probably a long adventure going all the way back. So, going all the way back into the last time we had recorded, I think that was like the first week of my hotel journey, and I'll fast forward all the way to us recording again. Now I'm outside of the hotel after a bunch of, back and forth and whatnot. So, before I go into my various mismanagements and stuff going down, so what's been going on with you?
Wait, the sweet life is over?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
With a more crappy result.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Hate to see it.
Yep. So how's your weekends and days and adventures and work's been?
Work is annoying right now.
Mm-hmm.
My days have been irritating.
Mm.
My weekends have been pretty okay. They've been up and down. Down. But yeah, work is like uber irritating right now. I'm tired of people.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, they're doing some things and the people are not taking to it.
How's management been going since there've been a couple of shifts back and forth, which you've been updating me on leave?
Yeah, some people left, some people are still leaving, some people are coming. It's just been a lot of uncertainty. Not around my area, but just in general.
Yeah, it sounds like a challenge just all the way around trying to adapt and move forward.
Yeah, just trying to see where things are gonna shake out on that front.
Yeah.
But other than work nuisances, everything has generally been okay.
All right, that's what's up for the most part.
What about you?
All right, now to step into my zone. All right, so the last time we recorded was the first week I was in the hotel, and since then I was in the hotel for regularly altogether about almost 2 months. All right, so within that 2 month of time, I think the last time we talked on what was going on with the house, because it was getting fixed up after the incidents that happened in September. We was out of the house in a hotel, just waiting for them to fix up everything. Yep. They worked on the house for about 2 days until they got a stop order. I think it came because the police cameras around here saw them working on it. So they looked into the permit. The people didn't have no permit, so that got us all caught up into the situation. So with the people not having the permit, they put a stop work order that's on the door. Now cut to right now, that stop work order permit stuff is still on the door.
Shit.
So that's why in the whole grand scheme of things, while we was in the hotel, my aunt who owns the building has been trying to go back and forth with fixing the house in general, or fixing the situation. She's been back and forth with the fixing crew and everything. At one point, they tried to act like we was Boo Boo the Fool, and they was trying to ask her to give them a blank check so they can fix things.
Well, that wasn't gonna fly.
No, that wasn't gonna fly for nobody. We ain't no Richie Rich.
Yeah.
So fuck completely out of that. And then from that point on, she's been to City Hall. She's been to talking to people, X, Y, and Z, trying to get anything that's needed to be done to try and rectify it and fix it. And then they was talking about, after getting like 3 different inspectors to inspect the house and everything was up to code and everything was okay, now they talking about we need to get another round of inspections again for them to get another work order and a whole bunch of other stuff. So my aunt was trying to go back and forth with City Hall. Meanwhile, we're in this hotel, which, like, after a couple of weeks staying there, my aunt decided to go downstairs and like get a full asking price for the 2 rooms that we were staying in, because they weren't even like regular rooms. They had like fridges and whole stoves and stuff like that we were staying at. And then we also thought the parking passes that we got were complimentary with the hotel stay, but that was also an additional $20 a day. And we was there for the 2 months, and we talk about like regular rooms was like $200 a night, and we're talking about like 2 rooms, and I said regular rooms. I don't even know how much our rooms was. So by the time she went back to, like, everybody was playing like some hopscotch game, because she went back to the insurance agent and she was like, "Yo, I'm trying to go back home." And even the insurance agent was like, "Yo, why y'all want to leave?" And I'm sitting here like, what you mean he asked you why we want to leave? And then she was like, because the money getting spent up. And the person had the audacity to be like, how much money is being spent? I'm like, you should probably keep a record of that, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, so all that all together is like, we could already assume that the money is drawing super low for the insurance in general of everything that's going on. So we decided to pack everything back up and head back home. Like, me and my mom was the first one to leave out. So my aunt, my cousin stayed there, but they're leaving tomorrow, Friday. So they leave in that spot and coming back. So that whole time it felt like a super waste. It felt like it was a nice hotel stay and whatnot for a couple of months and stuff like that, and I made the advantage of it, like doing whatever I needed to do. And it was a nice day, but overall it felt like a waste of money because nothing happened. Nothing got fixed over here. So we're like back to square one.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah. So we're totally back to square one. So I'm just happy all of that came together and we're back at the house, because like tomorrow is my last day at work before vacation. So next week I'm on vacation through, and I'm waiting for Eli to come through and whole family for the celebration, and for my other sister, like she getting her doctorates and stuff like that. So
well, that's great.
Yeah.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, so we gonna all be vibing out, and I'm taking homies around, whatever part of New York that they want to check out to go eat and whatnot. So it's gonna be a good time. So that vacation is well set up, and after this kind of week, they definitely been trying me again at work with the back and forth nonsense and stuff like that, switching me. Like, yo, it was some okie doke weird shit that they was doing. They took me from the supervisor that I've been with and with the team that's been great for like however many years now, and they switched me to like a new supervisor without even telling me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then since I keep up with all my work and keep on my up and stuff like that, and I'm with this new supervisor, I was explaining, because they already know on the list. We've had this list set up all the way back from like January, whose vacation time is coming up, and I've had this in place for like months now. So they knew this vacation is coming up, and they're scrambling around, because my team, I already had people to cover me for but now they switched me to a new supervisor, and they want to talk.
Switching you up, and
they want to talk. They talk, and now I'm with this new supervisor. So what does this mean for the coverage? Like, that's on them. That's not me.
Not your problem.
Exactly. That's what they said. Like, they're still talking to my old supervisor. Like, what you gonna do? And she blatantly said, "Hey, I'm not my supervisor. I'm not his supervisor anymore because y'all said so."
Yeah, like what y'all moved him. I didn't move him. What you mean me?
Exactly.
Nothing to do with me no more.
Exactly, but if anything were to come down in any of the situation, because I'm still where I'm placed and where my desk is and everything, I'm over by my old supervisor anyway. So anything that goes and anything situation, like if registration needs lunchtime break and I have to cover, I'm still over there, so I still gotta cover. Or if the booth still gets busy, I still gotta go over there and help out with that. So I'm still a part of that team. It's only by like whatever. They never emailed me that this happened. It was all talk and hearsay from the background. So I don't like nothing is essentially switched up other than like, well, I'm given some stuff to sign off on. But even when they're not there, I'm still going to my original supervisor to get shit signed off on. So it's a confusing mess.
Yeah, that sounds like a hot mess.
Oh yeah, I just came in one day and it was like, oh, that's this your new supervisor. I was like, the fuck you talking about?
Excuse me?
I go nowhere.
Like what?
Exactly. So between that and me trying to handle everything that's going around and me trying to catch up like a week in advance to make everything covered and whatnot for my own need and stuff like that. That's just how that been. But they've been trying to try me this week while I'm trying to catch up on everything. So for the most part, I'll see how tomorrow goes. But regardless of tomorrow, I'm gonna be off all the way till the 31st. So
that's good.
Yep. Breathing in general is well needed.
Yeah, you got a nice little chunk of time there.
Yep, about a week plus Memorial Day, so that should truly at least mellow some time out.
Yeah.
So under that whole time, that's been my vibe, guys, on my days and weekends and whatnot. Other than the time you came to visit over at the hotel, that shit was nice. That shit was nice.
Yeah,
we saw Doctor Strange and whatnot.
Yes, we had a good time seeing Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Got to see Miles because Miles was ready to go out the hotel.
Oh, facts.
She was ready to go.
See, man. See, that was the first. That was first meeting of one of our valued listeners here.
Yes.
Yep. So that was a good time. That was a good time. Just as a quick thing, because people have asked us to talk on this. What did you think of Doctor Strange?
I like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, it was definitely a different. Like, I sat in that movie theater and I looked at you and I looked at Kenya and just we definitely felt like this felt different, at least. Like I sat there and I was like, I don't think I've ever experienced a Marvel horror movie, but this was definitely it.
Yeah, it was definitely a darker tone.
Yeah.
It took those elements and did it well.
Yeah.
Wanda was a goon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, sure. She was definitely some kind of elemental goon. Shit. She was showing she wasn't the one to mess with.
Yeah, she was OP, yo. OP.
What? That's an understatement there, but they definitely captured that dark element and whatnot, and then we hit that part where so like I was telling you in the theaters, there's just some people that just be popping up in these movies that I'm just turning to you and I'll be like, I don't know who these people is no more.
Oh, you talking about Miss Cleo's sister?
Yeah,
okay.
Son. For a hot minute, I just turned to you. I was like, I don't know who this is. Well, Marvel just pulling up with these people, and I'm like, dog, I don't. I know the actor, but and leaving me behind. So I'm gonna just have to get some backstory. Between then and now, I've watched at least enough YouTube to know who this person is. But at the same time, at that very point, I was like, yeah, y'all got me lost here.
Right, for real.
Yeah, so shout outs to all the stuff Marvel doing. They've just released a couple of things, but we'll touch subject on it when we hit the reboot news. So, anything more for Vibe, guys?
I'm sure this is for the captain. Keely is number one. Hashtag Hot Sauce Gang.
God. Yo, son. I really can't wait for that. That's gonna be something else. But she gonna light you up for that one.
Oh yeah, she definitely is.
She's going to come for you for that one.
Yeah, we go back and forth with your IG. It's
I know.
hilarious.
She told me she put a ban on you last week, man. Shit, I'm telling you, that's definitely got to be that's got to be like number one on the radar list when it comes to that guest episode. I swear.
Oh yeah, because I'm having so much fun with this.
God, son. So, yeah, so we gonna close out Vibe, guys, and we gonna hit on off the cuff. So, all right. So the off the cuff segment of the week. Just a small one. How do you feel about bad CGI in like series? Like, if it's a good written series but it got bad CGI, I don't even know specifically if we talking about like action shows or stuff like that. But if something has like some CGI elements to it, and it looks wonky, or whether it looks wonky or good, but it's like a good written series versus like a bad written series with good CGI, like where do you fit on the spectrum? Because that's definitely been a talk subject I've seen of the week. especially with this She-Hulk trailer and stuff like that. We're talking about like good versus bad CGI and a well-written or a bad-written show. Where do you sit on like the CGI affect greatly on the experience, or what's going on?
It'll depend on the show, of course, and it depends on if the CGI takes away from the storytelling. So,
Like if this shit is massively written, you can feel connection boards and stuff like that. But then when the effects look like boo boo,
yeah, if it's distracting and it distracts you from the story that it's trying to tell, it's a problem.
Where do you feel like it takes you down to it? Like let's say the series is a 10, but the CGI is like a 5. Where would you rank the series just because of CGI? Would you shift it that 10 down to like 7?
It would go down because if it's a distraction, if it's taking me out of the story because it looks like doo-doo, if it's just jarring and it just messes with everything else that's going on, then it's going to drop it because you can't enjoy it because now you're distracted by the hot garbage that's on the screen.
True that. Because if you line up measures and shit like that, it's like, nah. That like you start to see like wonky ass shit coming into the story, and you're like, nah, that looks out of the element. That looks like whatever the hell it is.
Well, are we gonna go back to Power Rangers this race?
Well, there you go, right there. Right there, you 100% right. Because when that shit look like green screen, that shit look like green screen. I mean, we've talked about it in various different Power Rangers episodes. Let's go in the example of that Dino Thunder episode that we had when they had that CGI T-Rex out of nowhere. That Tommy kicked. Is that shit weird? Yes. Is that shit stand out in the episode? Yes. A lot of people complained about it, specifically in that episode, so it makes it different. I mean, if that dinosaur looked different, they would have said a lot of things different than that. Bad CGI tells you about a good listing of either if the company is cheap in the budget or if the company is lackluster in an area with the money.
And that's what's gonna be my next point. Like if you're a company and you have money for CGI and you've done CGI properly in the past, there's no excuse for you.
Facts. Like, all right, now once again, what we about to bring up with the whole. So how do you feel in the idea with the She-Hulk trailer and stuff like that, where everybody's talking about the CGI looking wonky, but you know the properties of Marvel. I don't know how much they want to allocate for TV budgets because they have so many series hitting Disney Plus and stuff like that. But like, how do you feel about the first? Like, obviously they can fix it in post and stuff like that, especially like with it coming out during time. But how do you feel? Like directly with the first trailer they've thrown out to people and people's like comments back.
No excuse for Disney and Marvel. Y'all got money.
They got the most money. If they don't, they the house of money. They not the house of Mickey, the house of money. Yeah, like if they don't got enough, because they be eating companies like there's no tomorrow, selling like billions and shit. So their CGI should be top notch.
Y'all got Scrooge McDuck money. Ain't no excuse for y'all having that terrible CGI. Stop it.
So that's that. I mean, if by August when the series comes out, the CGI is like tight, then that's all right, fine. If you want to base this put out, but like them putting this out obviously proves that they was trying to see and gauge
how cheap they could go.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what was in my mind right there.
They tried to pull the old okie doke and try to see.
It was like if niggas said this shit. If they said niggas said this shit is fire, then we are not changing a damn thing, and we could just fly on under the radar. They saw one comment, "Oh, this shit look nasty." Oh, man, they said they had to throw out more money. They said, "Fuck."
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. They wanted to see they get away with it.
Facts.
Nice try.
They was trying to hit niggas with the okie doke. They was like, we only have this much budget for this TV show. We're not trying to spend no much more. If these niggas said this shit is good, niggas started saying this shit ugly in droves, and they said, fuck. All right, we got to go to the vault. Open the vault.
That's right. Go into the money bin. We know y'all got it.
Shit. Nah, bro, that shit is funny. That shit is funny. So yeah, I agree. If the CGI looks wonky and even if the writing is perfectly top notch, that shit will distract. That shit will take a series down by some levels, but if they catch the point where it's like even if sometimes it looks wonky, but for the most part it looks like tight and everything's to the point and everything looks visually like perfect and set together, that can battle back with the score. But nonetheless, like I agree exactly with what you're saying.
Yep.
All right, so that closes the off the cuff section. Now we switching over into some small subsection discussion. We're gonna talk a little bit about some reboot news. So before I step into any of the stuff I got, do you have any reboot news or information?
No, nothing that pops to the top of my head in terms of reboot news.
All right. So this is news kind of going out in general with stuff going on. So just to talk about reboot news, CW has been slaughtering like the nonstop. Like they are definitely there's something going on with the company. Extremely,
they're trying to get rid of them. They try to off them. They try to offload them.
For today to be a landmark day that they decided to finally cancel Riverdale. And that shit been going on fucking forever for no reason. Like that was a carving. It like I think the Archie series is going over to Netflix. So CW lost that's I think next year's the next season is the final. It's the nail in the coffin. That's about it. So it's going to tap out too. Like that's they carve in everywhere they can, but the CW going down.
I wonder what will happen to it.
I don't know what big changes and stuff like that. I heard the Warner merger has something to do with a little stuff on the side with this, but nonetheless, everything's been going off.
That's good. Yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah, they cutting shows left, right, and center.
Yeah, so the CW been dealing with a grand fix of that for the most part. So that's been closing off. 7-show slaughters. They still got a couple of DC projects coming in, but nonetheless, I mean, majority of their content is cut off for the most part, and I guess by next year it should tell whether or not the CW gonna be a complete thing in general. I've always heard that the CW network was losing money, so I just think they just going. It's time for a big rebrand with them.
I just don't know what they're gonna rebrand it to.
Not one clue, but whatever it is, they got to sit down and they got to think of whatever the hell content they got. They trying to go moving forward if they try to make like quality series and shit like that.
Yeah, because their series has been a problem.
Yep. And with that news, we also got to pick up back on this since CW going down, and we gonna see. If CAW is going down, we gotta see. We gotta see because they keep saying it's part of the reboot news, and they keep chatting about it. So, what is going to happen with this Powerpuff Girls series? Is they go finally give it the big kibosh because some of these motherfuckers are surviving through this slaughtering, and they've slaughtered so much shit and they ain't said nothing. So this shit is still leading, but it looks like it's a chance for survival still. I don't know how, but it looked like it's still.
Leave it dead in the ground. It's already in the soil. Leave it there.
I feel like they
don't dig it back up.
They go rebrand. They go rebrand, and guess what? Their first series in the rebrand about to be.
I'll be at the offices boycotting.
Shit, and watch us get the first trailer. That shit gonna have bum ass CGI too. Yeah. Mojo Jojo gonna look like a whole mess.
Oh, you better, man. Like I said, leave that thing in the ground. CW, I'm not playing with you. Whoever come at the CW, I ain't playing with y'all either.
It's gonna be the same niggas from the Flash verse that won't let shit die. They gonna dig it back up.
Just throw the whole network away at that point. Just throw the whole network away.
That's what they trying to do. But there's these roaches that are crawling out from under the ground that don't want to die.
Nuke the whole thing where it stood.
You know nukes don't work on cockroaches. They still gonna live. Shit.
Just take the planet. Just take the planet. It ain't worth it no more. Just take the planet.
We're gonna go over to Mars and then you gonna see the Powerpuff Girls.
Where's the asteroids?
Catch a spaceship. Oh nah, man. Ask where Andros is flying through. Send that shit over there. But yeah,
talking about some Powerpuff, man. Listen,
they've been trying, man. They've been trying. So away from the CW stuff, the only other reboot news I have is tomorrow We finally have the Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie dropping. Right. I've seen a couple of reviews here and there online, so it's probably dropped around for reviewers to see early. But officially, it drops for Disney Plus tomorrow. So I'm very interested to, like, by next episode, we see we could talk. If you've seen the movie by then, we could have like a small side discussion on the stuff that goes, like some of the interesting parts probably that's gone down with how that movie looks, because that one's a big thing when it comes to reboot news. That thing was like marketing wise and branding itself as something like super interesting. So I'm totally on board to see how the hell that turned out.
Definitely want to see how that turned out.
Exactly. So because that's like a redefining of reboot news where they put that shit all in one movie. And I remember when they was talking about it originally, but like it's turned out way better than the chats over of what it ideally was supposed to be to what it is now. So I'm hoping the best with this movie. I'm hoping a modern day classic like Who Framed Roger Rabbit all over again.
Okay. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what they do with it.
Yeah, exactly. So that closes our topic on reboot news, and we're shifting into the third segment of the evening. It's time for the main event. We are back with A Shot of Kurosake anime review. We are touching subject on Michiko the Hatchin, episode 1 and 2. Let's kick it over to the notes.
Note time. Right.
All right. So let me give you a base history on Michiko the Hatchin. We have a Japanese anime TV series here by Monglobe produced, licensed by Crunchyroll, Fuji TV, Animation, Adult Swim, and Toonami altogether. This ran from around October 2008 to March 2009 with 22 episodes. Michiko, the character's design, was based off the singer icon all around back in the day, Aaliyah. She was based around in the design, so big respect on them trying to get any kind of culture in this. It's currently on Crunchyroll. It's a story of a badass ex-con just trying to find her child and her baby daddy pretty much while on an adventure together, boiled down to basically that kind of premise.
All right.
So we're stepping into episode 1, Farewell Cruel Paradise.
All right. So the episode starts and we get our first intro to Michiko.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I'm doing a blank today. And she's crawling down a corridor. And then next thing you know, we see a guard with his gun tapping across the bars. And he gets to her cell. It ain't nobody there.
This some Shawshank Redemption right off the rip. Like, old girl is in her escape mode. We getting right into the meat and potatoes of things she crawling through. So you already know this lady about to be a big survivor out here. The way how the prison look like, that shit on Supermax. So we don't know how she got through wherever she got through, but she maneuvering niggas around with big guns and shit like that. But she ain't scared of nothing. She just crawling through.
Listen, the cops, the siren, the alarms was going off at this point. All the cops is out there. And then one of the inmates was talking to the other one. And it's like, yeah, that's number 403. Like, you want to make a wager on how far that bitch gets?
Shit. Yeah. This was one of them prisons, man. Talk about a start, because they was letting it know that this shit kind of built different, and the lady tried, like, this obviously isn't her first attempt. The motherfuckers was like, let's see how far she get this time.
Yep, and the other inmate was like, she'll never make it, so how much? And, yeah. So at this point, the guards are shooting above where she is, and she's just crawling and dodging and crawling and dodging. Yep. They shooting some more. Yep,
and whatever they shooting at, they pretty much ideally they hit her in the top part of the defenses, and so they started aiming around, and one guard shoots it all the way down, and then she comes flying out and lands a whole stomp and kick routine on the first cop.
Yep, knocks him out, takes his gun.
Shit, she on GTA level.
Yep. And so at this point, she makes it outside, and she's being chased by bodyguards in a helicopter.
Yeah, but she ain't scared of nothing. She got the whole big light on her. She see the whole shit go down, and she goes shooting at the helicopter. I'm telling you, her GTA status is going off because
listen, she had 5 stars at this point because she's like, "Hey, pig."
She was at 5 stars when she started crawling.
She was like, "Hey, pigs, if you're gonna chase me down, I hope you like what's coming to you. Who wants a bullet up the ass?"
Lead going off, bitch. Like, come on.
So she's shooting at the helicopter. Like I said, she full around all the stars right now at this point.
Yo, so, I mean, she one person army. She did shooting and she took off the whole fucking helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
That shit down in flames. Hopefully, who was in it got out, or that's a whole murder charge.
Listen, the helicopter got hit by the windmill and it went and crashed. Kaboom! And at that point, we got the intro.
Yeah, as like it crashed down. All you saw is a propeller like heading towards Michiko. So you're like, oh goddamn! And then right there, it strikes and we right into the intro. So how do you feel about this intro?
I like it. It gives me Cowboy Bebop vibes.
Yeah, it gives me vibe. I like the colors going on with the video and the basic description that it gives. It's like a nice chill vibe that just runs through. I like it when it's giving me like a big chase. It's a chill, but it's also like a big chase around energy vibe going down for the show.
Yeah. So I like the theme. It fits.
Yeah.
It fits. So after the theme, we get our first intro to Hannah Morenos.
Yep.
AKA Hatchin.
Mm-hmm.
So she's telling us it's March 10th at 6 a.m. and she's the first one to get up. Man, listen.
Yo, when I'm telling you, when we're about to discuss this is when they adopt a child and they put them through hell. This is it.
Yeah, she definitely on some Cinderella. It's right here, but while she's going
big
around,
time, this is way worse. Or some shit. This is a whole bordering on super abuse.
Yep, so as she's doing her chores, we hear about Michiko breaking out of prison on the radio.
Yeah. While her chores all go around with like bringing in milk, feeding the cat, fixing breakfast while she's like super young trying to put shit together. She got like some egg droppings coming into the eggs. She trying to fix out. She burning eggs because she dealing with so much. It's like, come on.
Yep, she's making her omelets and stuff like that, and it wasn't going as good as it could have been.
Adopted parents is some cruddy ass. One guy is a disgusting ass pastor.
They are disgusting.
Yeah, one's a disgusting ass parent. One's a disgusting ass pastor, and the other one is just claim to fame or whatever the hell is going on. He saw the omelet and he just like he saw the burnt. He literally saw the burnt ants and just dropped it on the floor.
Yeah, he flipped. Yeah, because he lifted it up. He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, are you trying to hide this?" He's like, "No, we don't tolerate this." He threw this in the phone. Do it again. I was like,
he threw it on the ground, so she has to clean it up later.
Yeah, then told her to do it again. I'm like, right there, I felt the type of way. I was like,
oh, big time. Oh, that's already a big strike against you. And then here comes Sister Mayhew coming through, and she steps on her on Hatchin's foot, and then she tries to pull her dress up, embarrass her, and like, yo, they treat her like an animal, man.
Yo, I want to fight this whole family.
Facts. The little brother being nasty himself too, and shit like that.
Ooh.
But she trying to take it as she can. She's in an adopted home and shit like that. But like they saying prayers and they flicking fucking food at her and shit.
I feel so bad for her going through all of this.
Oh, facts, because she's got to re-clean whatever they abuse her with.
Like as this scene with her, my blood was boiling. I was like,
oh, facts. This entire episode, my blood was boiling for the shit they put her through.
I was just getting so hot. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, I can't take much more of this. I was like, oh.
I know, and this is only the full. Like when I talk about, if there's ever an episode that'll trigger you on some abuse shit, this is definitely it when it comes to this child.
Listen, I was super triggered here, and I'm trying to look, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what, you piece.
Oh yeah, oh definitely. So after that small bit of the family being extra trash towards Hannah, we go off and see a scene of Michiko, who's doing okay. She walking fine. That propeller, I guess, missed her completely. She walking around through the streets. She still got the gun. This lady got no mask on. She ain't even covering the top side or got the titties out, and she walking around with the AK-47 like it's nothing. Walking the streets. This town wherever they at don't even give a fuck. She walking around, she Gucci, and she see a homeless man eating his 2 patalitos or some shit like that, and he chilling back, and he about to dive into this shit. And Michiko and come in.
What she gonna do? Who gonna tell her something?
Shit, she ain't afraid of Supermax because she crawled right after bitch and shot down the helicopters. Nobody chased her down, but she finds some dude eating his patalitos, and she grab one and she go eating because she don't give a fuck. That's Michiko. She badass.
Yeah, she is. She is a badass. I'm not gonna hold you that. She don't give no fucks.
Not one.
No fuck at all.
Nope.
And I'm like, yeah. Oh, did we forget she tried to rob the bank and stuff?
Nah, I didn't even think that's coming up. That finna come up too.
Okay,
old girl chewing on her shit, so she Gucci. So
she really don't give a fuck. I must have with a little.
Yeah, no, trust me, we're gonna get around to the bank part because that just adds to the levels of what the fuck. Yeah, she's definitely on the top of the list when it comes to women of violence. She don't even got no superpowers or nothing. Just a regular ass person, but she is definitely on the list of women of violence.
Oh, she definitely is.
Yep. So we switch back after Michiko out here running these streets. We go back to Hannah. She's stressed washing the floors. They got her washing the floors, going through with this small ass rag, trying to go through towel by towel and shit like that. And then like fucking the sister comes in and messes with her. She like
sister.
That ass, she knocks the bucket full of dirty water straight at her. So it hit. Not only does the bucket land, it hit her, but it splashes her with the nasty water she been cleaning the ground with. Like what's your problem? What's your problem? What's the smoke? What's good?
Dirty water all over her. Then next thing you see her, she outside handling the clothes, and then here come the dipshit brother.
Yeah, trying to throw oranges at her while she fixing up the clothes.
What she gotta do is do her chores, and now he got her out here swimming in water.
And he throwing oranges at her, and then he got the audacity to talk about pick it up. Like, what you mean?
Then to tell her you underwater, you gotta swim for it. I'm like,
facts. Like what? Like he's like, yo, you don't let me abuse you, so here you gonna swim to it. Like what?
And then he start throwing rocks at her.
Yeah, like bro, like it don't get no what you. He started throwing heavy rocks, and I'm not talking about one. He started pelting her with a bunch of them.
And then he kicks her down.
Yo, after she caught one, and he ran over there. First of all, he hopped off that tree with the quickness, and then he ran over there and Spartan kicked her in the chest. And then you got the ain't shit mama reprimanded her for how dirty the towels are. Like she had something to do with that while it was the little girl who was kicking the water around.
So I'm asking about, can you explain why this dark stain is here? I was like, yeah, your douchebag daughter. That's what. That ass. And then after that, if it don't get any worse, they lock in the goddamn basement. With barely any sunlight. The sunlight looked like off the roof, just like a prison cell. I tell you, I'm tired at this point. I'm like,
bro, this is like 7 minutes into the episode. If you aren't hurt, if you aren't solidly hurt by the way they treat this girl, you already watching the wrong show.
I'm ready to roll up in their house.
Facts. This is probably my 3rd or 4th time watching this first episode, and every time it makes my blood boil. I cannot see children get treated like this.
It just triggered me like I don't know what, yo.
Facts. Like she just trying to take a bath and the water cut off, and I know it has something to do with them little busted ass children. She look outside and they she look outside to see her change of clothes has already been snatched and stuff like that. She in a towel trying to look for the shit. Like this shit just get worse. This shit just get worse. She trying to look for clothes. She out there in a towel. You see friggin' sister devilish out there looking
talking about towels for wiping and shit.
Facts. She grabbed her towel and she's just trying to stay from not being butt ass naked out here. And then she's trying to grab back the towel because they stole the clothes. And then she trying to fight back and they trying to pull the towel and shit like that. And yo, son, like What the fuck? They kick her, and she rolling down the stairs.
And these little crumb snatching, no good pieces of Ooh.
You can blame the parents all you want, but when there's a concentrated level of evil in these children, like, come on, man. They really kicked her down the stairs. I could have straight up killed her right there. She ain't nothing but a towel. She got knocked completely all the way to the ground, and no remorse. Not even look. They was looking. She was looking disgusted that she could still move, and then she walked away.
They need a good old fashioned ass whooping. That's what they need.
Big time. So we get the mid credit scene. Michiko to Hatchin, and then when we come back, we are in the bank.
And up.
Facts. Oh shit, yo. If there was some elements to the dub stuff that you'd add to this series, because this is a series that Japan has taken. That this one's definitely got a South American feel. So if you want to add any kind of extra elements of the culture to this shit, oh my god! If she pulled up with Annie up playing in the background, it's right because she ain't got no mask. The titty's still out. She out here wilding like there's no tomorrow. She pull up the big AK, start shooting at the damn thing. Talk about give me all your money. Like
fill up the bag, yo. Fill up the bag.
Fill up the bag.
On some side-off shit.
Bro, she shot at the glass. It's bulletproof glass, but then she kicked the rest so it all busts out.
Mm-hmm.
And then she tried to take the money. Police come in and they like 3 niggas deep trying to shoot her down. She ain't scared of nothing. And then she pop on the police. She shoot.
I ain't never scared.
She fucking has the accuracy enough to shoot it so it knocks the gun out of one police officer's hand. The other 2 niggas shook. She ain't scared. She's still out in full range that she could get shot at any point in time. She got these niggas held up. She got the police held up. She got the bank held up. She ain't moved not one bit. She turned back to the bank. Give me the money.
Yep. She
damn.
Like, I ain't never scared.
Damn.
I ain't never scared.
Damn. Damn, son. She threatens to open fire on everybody. She fills her bag. She go outside. She shooting at another police officer, and then she run out of bullets. The nigga started targeting her. She dropped the gun and she run. Like she ain't scared of nothing.
She definitely rocked one of them GTA videos on YouTube.
Oh, facts. She was definitely in that generation. Her stars got to be 15 by now.
Oh yeah, the whole squad looking for her.
Oh no, it's got to be all the police. How the hell? Like what?
They got the whole unit looking for her. Like where's she at? Like nah, she public enemy number 1. Where's she at? Nah.
Facts. This can't be a game no more.
It's on site.
Big time. So yeah, after she robs the bank, we back to Hannah, and Hannah's being friggin' bought off pretty much by this preacher man who's talking about that someone finna pull up to check on them to see how she's doing, because you know the services, the child protective services coming in to see if she's all right with where she living arrangement and stuff like that. And here the preacher coming in with, oh, you know, I'm a heavenly father and I've done the good deed by taking you in, and you wouldn't want to ruin it because other people in your stature out here got to hold out their bodies. I'm like, you disgusting motherfucker.
Man, like I said, the more I see this man, the more I just want to punch him in the mouth.
Oh, facts. You wanna give him his just desserts, because that ain't no father of the faith, or maybe that is one of them controversial fathers of the faith. But neither way, that guy is disgusting, man.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
He ain't shit. Wife ain't shit. Daughter ain't shit. Son ain't shit. Whole family ain't shit.
Whole family need their ass whooped.
Facts. And then what makes it even worse, the next scene where we see the child protective services coming in. My son, they got him sitting on the good couch. My son sitting and bouncing off that shit. Said, "What is this? Is this Gooch? Shit feel nice, bro. You living in the good life now? Shit." He schmoozing and schmozzing and shit like that. They smiling and happy.
Yeah,
Facts. Got him feeling good. Got Hannah coming in with the coffee, bringing him in, and then and he asking if you doing fine, and she hesitantly tell him, yeah, we good. They pulling out pictures that make them look like a happy family and shit like that. Pouring them wine, eating dinners and shit like that, schmozzing and schmoozing with the guy, making sure he's happy, so them checks keep coming in.
The bullshit.
The bullshit is right.
The fix is in.
Oh, big time. They even look at the award somehow that friggin' Father Pedro got for the bullshit that he been doing on the side, because obviously he put on an act outside, and then inside he be treating everybody like garbage.
Hot garbage.
Garbaggio beans.
For real, yo, he
is on one. And then the family is just smoozing and schmoozing him all the way through, just eating away and having a good time. Hannah keeps looking around because, I mean, obviously old girl is stressed, and the feeling is just, it's just bad all around.
Trying to give old boy a hint, like, yo, listen.
Yeah, even we got a little backstory on Hana explaining how he even got the award, because he supposedly changed a gang leader's life or something like that. But Hana was given a good background to it, how he was in a shootout and he got shot in the brain. Yep. So he went pretty much brain dead, but he survived the gunshot. So he was up in the hospital, and then all he did was pray to him while he was having like brain damage pretty much, and then they said, oh, he's all cleared, he's all clean, his consciousness is all good. So they gave him an award for pretty much talking to a brain dead man.
Yep, asterisks and quotes all over the place on this one.
Pretty friggin' much, but they gave him the award anyway.
Yep.
So next we see now we getting into some other kind of territory, because next we see is the cat pull up. Cat playing around with the Child Protective Services guy, and he messing about, going back and forth with the cat. Mm-hmm. They discussing at the table who should have fed the cat, or who should have taken the cat out somewhere. And then they were talking about I think the mom was talking about how much they wanted the cat around, how the cat is valued, and how they feed the cat all the time. Smash cut to Hannah being forced to take care of this cat that they supposedly wanted, but now Hannah gotta work on hand and foot taking care of the cat, even though it's the other kid's responsibility.
So the cat ain't treated no better than Hannah.
Facts, because like even when Hannah tries to do schoolwork and shit like that, they sitting on her books. They talking about how much she is a trash. She gotta take care of the cat. She gotta go walk the cat and like everything. And then in the midst of that, like they try to find out whose turn it is to feed the cat today, and both of the kids kick Hannah in her knees so she can say, yes, it's me today.
Just disrespectful as I don't know what.
Man, it just keeps getting worse, because after the guy left, they got their check, and the check is lower than they expected, and they like, how are we supposed to raise these children on these low ass checks? Like, are y'all fucking serious?
Right? So you know they in it for the money.
Oh, big time. Because the moment the cat tried to smooze in on the wife, she was fed up with this cat. And fed up is a understatement. Not only was she trying to push the cat away, push them off the couch and shit like that, then she grabbed the couch, then she grabbed the cat up and put the cat in a bag. And it came to Hatchin and was like, yo, get rid of it. And then you like, what? Get rid of what? And then you see the bag start to move, and you like, these motherfuckers are so diabolical.
Diabolical don't even begin to cover it, yo.
Ooh. She tied the bag down so the cat couldn't even breathe in the bag.
Yep. And then the next scene, we see this stupid little brother talking about, Mom, where's Bronco? To punch both of them in the face.
Man, not even that. He said that, and then fucking the wife saw her down the river. She was like, I don't know, but I think the last person I seen was with Hana, and she had a bag with her, and she probably take it down the river. And I mean, she was like, she threw her completely down the well to make the boy even. To make the boy even more hate. Like, what?
Yo, the way Hannah looked at her like, this bitch.
And then right after that, even this shit gets even sicker. Now she has to be the pet, and they ride her like a horse, and they tie a rope around her neck to control her. Mm-hmm. And then they keep kicking her, and they ask why she's so dusty, while she's kneeling on the ground.
They got the nerve to call her Bronco too, son.
And then it gets to it starts to get even. Not this whole scene is perverse and beyond diabolical now, because like we got to the point where the sister comes in with the laundry hamper and an iron. She hooks the iron up so it's heating up and boiling. Then she starts to spray the water into Hana's face, so she moves back into the hot iron to brand her.
Son.
I at this point was losing my mind because they started to chase her with the iron and they tried to burn her face. At first it was supposed to be her back and then her face.
I'm like, Hannah, if you don't just
if you don't fight for your life this time, because right. I can't take this at all, because they come at her in the face and they're really ready to burn her whole shit like she was Zuko from Avatar. So like, yo, she did she finally fought back because they had choking her. They trying to burn her face. She know it's fight or flight situation. Yep. So she whole like raises up, drops the boy on his fucking head. He starts to whine like a little bitch, and then
little punk ass bitch.
Facts. And then old girl,
he gonna be good for you. Good for you, little bump.
Old girl then grabs her up. And she's like, yo, you gonna apologize to him. She lowers her head down like she's some kind of animal. She said, yo, you should have never been adopted. You trash. You should always be trash. She took her outside and then she was pulling her by her neck noose pretty much. Mm-hmm. And dragged her, opened up the door and kicked her all the way down the stairs again.
Oh no, but like I said, Hannah came back inside and headbutted her ass. I was like, yes.
When we talk about the most satisfying anime revenge punches, they built this episode up. We're like about 60 minutes in at this point. Like, they built this up so well when she busted back in the house and she started wailing on the girl. And I'm happy that girl ain't have no hands to protect her. She headbutted her. She started smacking her. She gave her some couple of punches. Like, nah. This is where violence all came. This is where violence was perfectly. Because she was like, how y'all treating people? Y'all treat people like animals. She's smacking her up, giving her 1-2. Like, the moment she hit her with the headbutt, her glasses flew off. And she gives such a look of pity. I was like, I don't give a solid fuck. And then when she balled with that fist and straight duffed that shit and then ran away from the house and she started running out into them streets. Oh man.
Me over there was like, hit her again. Hit her again.
I was ready. I was feeling so good. She knocked the
like, well, that snob face brother of hers, he needs some too.
She knocked it straight sideways and then she went off. She ran away. She ran away down to the highway because she was trying to get as far away from the family as she could. But then at some point she realized she was out here on her own or something. And then the where she stopped by was the bag where she must have left the cat. So I don't know if it meant the cat was dead now or what, but the bag was opened and there was no cat and the bag was floating through the wind. And then I guess she was starting to have a hallucination from going so far because she saw a man driving a truck and then the man just stopped it came out to pick her up. I don't know if that's a hallucination on maybe possibly her father or real father come to pick her up or what's going on there. But she's having her hallucination from, I guess, malnourishment, running away, all this, like, everything is heightened energy right now.
Yo, for real.
It all felt like justice, and it was all going super well until she had to run away, and then she realized there was nowhere to run to.
Yeah,
that was a damn shame. That was a damn shame, because after that moment, you want her to have the highest of highs, which, I mean, stuff started to look up in the next scene, because all you see is a picture of Hana as a child, couple of change, and old girl Michiko by the payphone said, I'm coming to pick her up tomorrow. They're like, who the hell is? And she said, I'm a mother.
I'm like, oh.
Oh, you like, oh. And then she got the audacity to tell the father, she like, apparently, Hana mother coming to come pick her up. And he like, oh, somebody trying to fuck with my money. Father Pedro stopped playing the games. Nigga said, yo, give me my shiny no blitz. If someone coming tomorrow, they getting a full of lead. My son not playing about his money. He ain't give a fuck about no child. He want that money.
Oh, but he got the right one.
Oh, he don't know he got the right one. But
he got the right one.
This nigga think he a boss. This nigga said, yo, hand me my gun.
He think shit about to be sweet. He got the right one.
He said, I'm gonna bless her with these bullets. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, baby. She gonna get these 3-piece blasts. Triangle blast, baby. Tri-beam hot.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. I was like, this was gonna be interesting.
I'm in full mode, ready to see what's going down. So now we cut to the dinner table where this nigga got the shotgun placed right there on the table in the back. So he all ready with that shit.
Yep.
So everybody's at the table, everybody chilling, everybody eating. It looked like the brother and sister done learned their lesson after getting clapped.
Yeah, they shook down.
They stopped messing with her altogether. They far enough on the table away from everybody. And then all you hear in the background is this motorcycle pull up, and then everybody chilling. And then the father hears the motorcycle start to pull up. He got the gun already charged up. This nigga going towards the door because he about to blow whoever the fuck about to come. He don't know what to expect until OD motorcycle busting through the window. The fucking window. And we see this badass. Now, I got multiple questions. I don't know where she got the coat, sunglasses, all this extra. She done changed the whole gear. So she all fitted. She got the nice lipstick on. Like, titties still out. Like, she ready to pop.
Obviously, she spent some of the money.
Yeah, she did. You right. You right. She spent the money. She got the style all together. And even though her face is branded on wanted posters for sure, that ain't give no fuck. They saw the money. They said, all right, we taking this shit. Yeah, take whatever you want. So she came out full badass. She got new motorcycle. So yeah, she came in full badass, busting through the dinner table. Motorcycle land perfectly on the goddamn table.
Yeah, she's like,
breaking bread and everything. Facts. What an entrance. What a fucking entrance. And she is chilling.
Right on the rolls.
Waving. Right in rows. Taking everything out. And as she looking around, she like, which one of y'all motherfuckers is my daughter? She turned around to the wrong chick at first. She like, you Hannah? And she like, I don't know. And she stomped on the plate. She said, I said, motherfucker, is you Hannah? And she like, no, I think who you, it ain't me. And then
you 4 eyes look at me.
you fuck you. Look like a problem. So he turned around to the next girl because the only other little girl in the room said, it must be you. So you my child. All right, so come through. And then the midst of that happening, fucking Father No Aim tries to shoot at Michiko. She ain't flinched, no bust, no nothing. At least with the police, she was
Father No Aim.
At least with the police. They was shooting, and she was at least dodging or shifting or some shit like that. But like Father No Aim is shooting all over the fucking place, blasting himself back. And Michiko isn't moving a muscle. She ain't reacted to nothing. She has her eyes dead set, staring at her daughter the whole time. Like, all right, you come with me. Like,
yeah,
I ain't leaving without.
She ain't giving no F's about Father No Aim.
She knows no dick energy when she can feel it in the room, and that nigga ain't got nothing. So he's shooting obviously blanks. So he's shooting around the room, and she chilling, and she like come along the way, and then eventually she turned to him, and this nigga still charging his gun shit, and she turned right back to her daughter. So you ready to go? You ready to go? What? Like, I ain't leaving without you. So like, come along. And she literally looks at her tattoo, LBDD, with some feathers on it. And she looks like she's seen that tattoo or something of it before. And then
and she be like, all right, I'm out.
Yep, she grab her, and then they on the way. She's sitting in the back seat, hooked up to her mama, and they driving out. And you got cars on the back, and she hauling ass. So Hannah holding on tight, and they getting chased by the cops. And that's how we start our adventure. We see a sign that says "To be continued" in the back.
Yeah, and that's how we start. Yeah, that's how we end the episode.
Yeah, what a first episode. All right, so right off the bat, first of all, the ending is peaceful, giving throwback jams, and it shows images of culture throughout. Like, if you seeing, like, this is definitely South American, because the stuff that they play at, and the ending credits and the ending theme and stuff like that, it's all a vibe with like really nice imagery. So that's dope.
Yeah, I like the animation. I like the story so far.
Yeah,
I'm Team Michiko.
The first episode is a bunch of trauma for a child and showing off the wildness of the mother, like straight up the bat. And this is different from most anime because it touches to a whole different culture, but it does well in showing off some life and things and things. So I'm super into it, and all I'm seeing so far, and this definitely pulls you to see what's next. But man, if you ever wanted to give hands to a family, it's that fucking family. So you feel like the last I want to say 5 minutes of the first episode gives you all the kind of elated joy that you need, because you didn't need to drag on any further.
I was hoping the parents was gonna get them hands and them feet.
Facts.
Especially Father No Aim.
Oh, facts. But like, she felt like she didn't even want to waste her time with that. She just wanted to get her daughter straight up out of this mess.
Come on, Michiko, you at least gave us a punch.
Facts, but it looked like she wasn't even giving that nigga time of day. When you stare at a man with a shotgun trying to aim completely at you, and he missed 4 times, you look at him for 2 seconds and look straight back at your daughter. That was the only two things she focused on majority of her time there. And then she pretty much grabbed
at least kicked the wife.
Yeah. I guess she said she would go for the ruining. Honestly, she didn't even know what went down. If had a word to tell her exactly what they was putting her through in that same day, she would have probably ran them all over.
Definitely would have.
And backed it up with the goddamn motorcycle about a couple of times. Like, you got my daughter like, what? You try to do a what? Shit, she gonna show you how to use that shotgun for real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she definitely will.
Thanks. So shout outs to this first episode for sure, for being a hook on definite, and then we about to fly off into. So you gave your final impressions. You totally good?
Yes, I am good.
All right. So we tap into episode 2, the Brown Sugar Outlaw.
Yes.
All right.
And so we get the recap. We get the backstory of Michiko when she first got captured. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, we got her. I guess she must be a big criminal because they.
News follows Michiko's adventures all the way through.
They got her all locked up.
They was explaining how she was at a prison called Diamante.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got her right. So right now they show her in the back of the police
squad car. Yep.
And they got her handcuffed up. They got a whole bunch of guards around her. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, you must be public enemy number 1 around here. Old girl in the front talking all that hi-fi shit to prove this is that cat and mouse game. Between that, we get introduced to Atsuko in the front, who's big Don Juan in the police that's been chasing her for like a hot minute, and they do their banter back and forth. Yeah, because she's like, I've been trying to get you for minutes.
Oh yeah, this is definitely that brown sugar out here. Like they threw her straight into the office where they had a certain chat to each other.
Yeah, and they're like,
And apparently they
got history. They definitely got some history.
It says they grew up together. Mm-hmm. That's what they was alluding to. But they grew up together. But definitely there was that one part that they split apart because old girl went through street gangs and shit like that. One girl is the cop, but she started talking some wild shit, and Atsuko punched the fucking daylights out of her while she was handcuffed. She bleeding, she spitting out teeth, but she ain't worried about nothing. Yo, these two is some crazies.
I'm telling you, they got some. It's like, yeah, it's like, nah, let me go. You're not gonna fight me, bitch.
Facts, yo. She said, I'm in handcuffs. She pull out a cigarette. She blowing smoke on her face and shit like that. Mm-hmm. They start talking all kinds of higher fire shit.
Yeah, but they go against the little backstory how she used to whoop her ass when she was younger.
Yup. And boy, when I tell you, Atsuko was dragging her shit. Even while she was handcuffed, she was trying to get the okie doke on her. Mm-hmm. But Michiko is that boy, son. She was in handcuffs. She done tripped her down. She trying to swing. Fucking police got her held down while she in handcuffs. One white cop looking like he was waiting for the damn day. He started wailing on her face. About 3 shots in her whole fucking face while her arms is behind her back and shit like that. OD trying to restrain her like shit crazy.
And all you hear is Michiko saying, "I'm supposed to see you pussy."
That ass.
Like, yo, she don't even care that she's getting punched in the face right now. She's just mad because she thinks.
I want to talk about because okay, if I never put this 2 and 2 together in my head, but do you know the voice actor behind the dub? The dub, which I feel 2 ways about it. because the voice actor did so well that you wouldn't even know that this was a white woman. Do you know who the voice actor is for her in dub?
No, I don't.
It's Bulma.
Really?
Yeah, it's Monica Rio. She's the one who does Bulma nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, she did a hell of a job here.
She did one hell of a job because I would have assumed that and Michiko was definitely straight up a black woman. So she captured this shit a bit too well. It gives me the double-edged sword because I'd be so interested to hear like a black woman in the role as well. But like, damn, Monica Rio did a perfect representation of a badass woman.
She did. Kudos to her.
Yeah, because God, she was taking them shots and had no worries getting dragged by 2 cops while she was pretty much laid out. While the only thing that shook her was that she heard on the news that something happened to the bus and there was no survivors, and she must have realized who was on said bus, so she was kind of freaking out on that.
Yeah, other than that, she's like, wait, what you mean the bus got blown up?
They was straight smoking her the whole time, beat her ass, drag her off to jail, got on like a million charges. She wasn't stressed on nothing. All she was stressed about is that this random bus blowing up. So it must have had some loved ones on it, or her gang members or some shit like that.
Somebody that concerned her, because
that was the only thing that had her shook and concerned. It's between her and Hana. Is the only main concerns in her head.
Yup, exactly.
All right, so we cut to, I guess, some time ahead. We got Atsuko in the cop car pulling up. They all surrounding. They all heading up. They know where Michiko has escaped to. So she right on the money. She heading out. She know what's up.
And it's like, wow, what the hell?
And then she heads out to an area where confected villain got everybody held up and shit like that, which is working under the alias of Michiko. So I guess Michiko must have paid this person off or told her to run with the alias, or maybe she even decided to run with the alias herself.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, she was under a fake code name, so she got Foxy excited thinking that she had finally found Michiko, but she ain't find Michiko. But she pulled up this cop on that same badass level, because she pulled up, there was a gun in front of her face, and all she pulled out was the Indiana Jones whip. and took her ass down while she was still trying to shoot at her. Dragged it down, and she was like, I'm pissed off because you wasted my time making me think this was Michiko, bitch. And she was trying to plead. She was like, I ain't Michiko and shit like that. She like, bitch, I know who my mortal enemy is.
Right? She's like, I know who the fuck you are.
Shit, got the heel pressed up against her face. Got her struggling and shit, and then just look back, and she freed all the hostages and shit like that, and she like, man, fuck out of here with all this bullshit.
Let's talk about I know who my mortal enemy is, man.
Facts. Like, I ain't been trying to chase her like she ain't the world's most wanted right now. Like, come on, get it together and shit like that.
You know what she reminds me of?
Who?
She reminds me of Patty.
Yes! Wait, which one?
The detective.
We talk about, detective? I feel Patty energy between both of them. There's both sides of Patty coming out of both of these women. Like, both of these two represent Patty something strong. So I don't know, man. Both of them giving me Patty vibes for sure, like straight up. But like, so we do a cut back to a flashback of how Michiko even got the photo in the first place. Yeah. So she put her she put her in a room one time so they could talk. And she handed a picture of Hannah over to Michiko, and she was like, "Yo, you see them features? You know who this is? Like you want to find out who this is? Like you want to get your act together so you can get out of here and go see this baby, because you know who those features is." And at that point, Michiko has founded a new lease on life. She thought that when that bus blew up, she thought she lost everything that she had important to her. But then she saw this picture, and it gave her a new drive. So low key, old girl gave her the inspiration to Shawshank out of here.
Yeah, stay on my eye, baby. Oh, okay.
Fact, she was like, oh, what? When this happened? When this part about my coochie? Like, kind of lost here, but yeah, all right, shit. I got something to live for. She thinking she giving her the drive to act like probably a good citizen, but nah, you drove her straight out to prison.
It's like, I'm breaking out this bitch.
Shit, I'm breaking out this shit tomorrow. I got a child. Let me find out. Shit. So we cut to all the way back to the events after Michiko had them riding for a minute. That shit probably running low on gas. They carrying the bike over in the desert, super hot. Michiko got the coat covering her head. They walking, and now they peeved at each other pretty much now.
Right. And then so Hannah was asking Michiko, like, who the hell are you?
Facts. She like, I kind of like laugh with you and shit like that because you said it's time to go, but like, I don't know who you are. Like, what's going on?
Like, I've been trying to dip for a minute, but
like, who are you? Like, what's going on? She started talking about Hiroshi and stuff like that. Who probably her pops is giving information on that shit. Hannah and Michi started like just beefing on regular stuff because Michiko's just like being her own personal self. She don't know how to like treat no kids, so she basically treats Hannah like she kind of an adult when they kind of talking to each other and stuff like that. But Michi shows off that she's not like really brain smart. She's street smart out here, so they kind of just chatting on each other.
Yeah, they just Hannah's just really asking for something. Like, listen, I know your name, but that's about it. Like, who are you? Why'd you come get me?
Facts, like explain yourself.
Why you ain't punch father no aim in the face?
Facts. And what took
the hard hitting questions.
If you a certain family member, then what took you so long to come pick me the fuck up? Right? Where you been?
They made me the cat.
Shit. Yeah. They tried to brand me.
Right? What took you so long?
Like, damn, son. If I was there, if I wasn't far back, I would have had a whole burn mark on my face that I could not hide.
Right?
I wouldn't have had them features you came up and picked up me on.
Like, you just made it, son.
Facts. I don't know what was going to happen after dinner. Maybe they was going to shoot me.
Right? Talking about some you ain't worth it shit.
Facts. So they just beefing with each other, going back and forth and shit. Pretty much they ideally looking for gas so they could be on their motorcycle and be on their merry way again.
Yeah, they definitely are. It's like, oh shit, we need gas.
Yep. And then Michi starts to talk about let me see. She was like, specifically, let me see what's going on with your navel. Do you have like a certain birthmark or kind of low-key like looking like a tattoo or some shit like that? Because I gotta see to make sure you definitely who I'm definitely thinking of. And then Hannah's like, nah, you can't see what's going on in the ear. I keep that shit personal to myself. So like whatever you think, like you need to go on your way because I don't got whatever you looking for. She like, okay,
the whole tower incident, I ain't mad.
She like, I don't believe you, but all right, whatever. Let's go. They find the gas station and then she tried to pull up on some nigga.
She damn sure did. She's like, yo, listen, I need some gas. She's like, listen, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I ain't got no.
Yo, that nigga had time to did it. He was not. Unlike everybody else, I was scared of Michiko. He said, well, listen, you ain't gonna get no gas here because we are out, my nigga.
Like the tank's empty.
Like, shit, man, do whatever you can do, but like, listen, I don't know what I can tell you. I ain't got no gas here. I'm in
like,
the middle
then
of
she talking about like, you ain't got a drop or two. It's like, yeah, I got a drop or two, but I ain't gonna get you but 2 feet.
You want to drive from here to there?
Right.
Ain't gonna do you no good. Better find that the next time, girl.
So he like, listen, there's another gas station a little ways out, and they should have some.
Yeah, go find yourself. And then after that, she walked off in a huff, and then she started unwailing on that soda machine or Rubin machine or whatever the fuck that shit was coming out of that. So she started kicking that shit down until that shit dropped 2 drinks out there, and she drinking on that shit, having a good time, and then bring one for Hana, and Hana was like, I just seen you, like, you definitely stole that. You was giving the machine the hands, and it bent to your whim, and it gave you 2 sodas. So I seen you do that, and the gas station man watched you do that. So I know you stole that shit. Gas man pulled around the corner, was like, he was looking mad. He was like, I saw you do that, but at the same time, I'm not going to mess with you, so I'm gonna stay over here.
Like, you already annoyed that you ain't got no gas. Do you really want to try your luck?
No, nah. He's like, nah, I'm not. They don't pay me enough for this.
Right, that's it. It's above my pay grade.
This nigga was rubbing his soda machine though. He like, it's okay, baby. And Hannah being all stuck up talking about I ain't gonna drink the sodas. She's like, alright, bitch. She Hayasaki her damn soda bottle across the street, bust that shit out.
Estelle was on that. Can you show me your shit? No, I'm not showing you nothing.
Yeah, they just go back and forth like she just trying to confirm you are who you are, and she just walking away and shit like that.
Yeah, Hatchin trying to deal with none of that. It's like, nope, not dealing with you.
Back. So next scene, see fucking Father Pedro looking all fake distraught after the incidents of what happened. And we got Atsuko and the rest of the police crew pull up and see what's going on. And they like, what had happened here and shit like that. She getting all the news and all the press of what's going down. They taking pictures of the damages and shit like that. And then we got friggin' we got the little daughter devil pull up to her. And then she's trying to, I guess she's ideally trying to snitch about who got taken away in this situation. Mm-hmm. And then the weird part starts to happen where she like lifts up her dress so she can see the navel, because obviously she knows about Hana too. So she's trying to find out if this is the girl and if Michiko just came here and kind of left her here, because I guess she assumed that she might be Hana as well. And then she checked and she don't see nothing. So she realized she probably left off with her daughter, like she pretty much aimed to do.
Will of Hannah, please stand up.
Pretty much.
It's like, I got that Hannah. I got her.
Yep. So news is starting to fling around of Michiko flying around them gas stations and shit like that where she at. So Atsuko was like, yo, round up the motherfuckers and we heading out on her Foxy Brown shit. On her Pam Grier shit, like she ready.
They coming to get you.
Facts.
Michiko, they coming for you.
Yep.
We coming for you, Michiko.
Yep, we coming for you, Mitch. Like, so they haul out on the police car, and then we see Michiko and Hannah at a restaurant called Amigos, and they sitting down.
The Amigos.
Yep. It's the only Migos around. They sit around, they eating, they chilling. They at the restaurant, and they both breaking up. They still beefing. They still beefing. They having an attitude. Hana not feeling her style and shit like that, and Hana not feeling her style at all. And Michiko is like, she's starting to unravel a bit. She's starting to let loose and talk about why she grabbed up Hana and stuff like that. She's like, she pulled out the photo and she's like, I'm just trying to make sure this is you. I'm trying to see if you got the same tattoo that I do. Are you LBDD feather gang all day?
And then she was like, yo, what if I ain't got the tattoo?
Shit, if you don't got the tattoo, then I'm leaving your ass. Like, what I need a child for?
She's like, I'm gonna leave you right here at this bar.
Facts, bitch. Like, who you think I am? I am not gonna be a mother if you are not my child. She being real with you. I'm gonna leave you straight up. And then all you hear in the background is the police report on Michiko.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you right here with the bartender.
Facts. So she like, we like, yo, son. But nah, they put out the whole police report on Michiko. Got her face all out there talking about she stole a child. So talking about she on some shit. You see the bartender, that nigga giving double looks at everything. He like, they over here. I'm snitching. Yep, I'm snitching. Like, they giving me money. I'm snitching.
He's like, well, what money? Say less.
Shit. She look back at the bartender. The bartender looking at the TV. The bartender look back at them. She looking at the bartender. They start to walk off, and she like, hold on, let me check something for real quick. This nigga in the bottom of the counter snitching. He's dry snitching. He said, she over here. She over here. I know exactly where she is. I know exactly where she going. They just dry snitching. It's dry snitching. Yeah, and then like, she catch that nigga slipping.
With her, they come give me my money.
Facts. And she looked down right at the nigga. She got the box full of all the liquors or some shit. And she like, oh, you gonna snitch on me? And then she dropped the box straight on the nigga. Clap him out.
Yo, the way she looked at
she said, nigga, you gonna snitch on me? Shit.
It's like, you got me effed up.
Facts. Like, you just gonna snitch on me, huh? Why? You gonna learn today. And they certainly made it to the next town to get that gas, because once they snitched, she was hopping on that motorcycle. She was old.
She was
zoom out of here.
Until the popo shit.
Exactly. They got her cornered on both sides. So the popo pulled up. They got her surrounded. And the police force all around got her pressed up with all the guns, but you know they not about to shoot, because then they could catch Hana, and then here come Atsuko pulling up with the vibes. She's like, oh, you know what it is, girl. Found your ass.
She's like, did you get told of Jumbo? She's like, don't call me that, you dirty bitch.
Yo, son, if there was anything to follow on, like the first episode was great and all, but the second they introduced this chick, oh, this shit became fire because you knew this was like a rivalry from womb to the tomb.
It did. Oh my goodness, Father Pedro is here too. I'm like,
oh no, that just made it worse. I don't know why they dragged Father Pedro into this shit, but they was talking higher fire at each other, talk about dirty slut, you hoe, bitch. John Bow and shit.
And she's like, who's the old dirty past? Like, have we met before? I was like,
So that's why I told you she never paid attention to that nigga. She turned around, she saw Father Pedro talk about, come back, Hannah, I need my money. Turned around, he's like, who this nigga? What the fuck?
Like, you know him, Hannah?
Like you didn't just crash in the house and this nigga was trying to shoot you. Like, that's how I told you she was not paying attention to that nigga at all. He turned around and she already forgot the nigga. He said, this a bad man? Alright, I fuck him up. Shit.
Yeah, he got something there to about Hannah. Get over here. What about my child support?
Yeah, yo, this nigga looking like this nigga sounded like Steve Harvey opening up that check. Talk about, and what about my bills? What about my child support money? You can't just leave. Where am I gonna get my money?
Yo, Michiko, just run him over, please.
Facts,
just run him over, please.
For him to be dragged into the second episode already proved that this nigga should have died. Yo, when I tell you the trauma ran through her entire body, Hannah started holding on tighter to Michiko than she ever. The moment she put that head down, I don't think Hannah needed to explain anything else. She was like, "Yep, my daughter don't feel comfortable in this situation. I'm gonna fuck you up." She said, I got you, no worry. I'm gonna smoke this nigga. This nigga, Father Pedro got extra fucked up. He said, oh, you ungrateful little rat. Oh, come back here. I need my money. Right,
yeah. And then here comes Asuko over here taunting Michiko.
Oh, yeah, she taunt her all types of talking that higher fight shit. And Michiko ran up on Atsuko and she got her pulled up, like grabbed her by her tie and shit like that. She got the police surrounded, all guns are blazing and shit like that.
Definitely, she's
pressed up against her and shit like that.
Yeah,
Odie tell her that she got a secret, she gotta come close to come hear it. And then when she come close, she bit her in her ear, and then she flipped her, turned her around, grabbed the gun and put the gun to her head. She was like, alright, y'all start to move, I'm gonna shoot her shit.
Yeah.
And then within that same time frame, she had okay, so this is how I'm imagining it, because they skipped through, but like, she had the gun, and then she somehow got some rope, then she tied her while she had the gun pressed, because I don't believe that she moved the gun from her head so the police could go and grab her, shit like that. So she had one hand with the gun pressed on her, and then she tied her up, and then she got close to the motorcycle, grabbed Hatchin up, and then she pressed the gun to her head, all tied up, and then she kicked it down while she ran away, and she escaped the cops. Like, goddamn.
And then you got Father Pedro's old crankily ass talking about the insurance money.
Yeah, this nigga said
I get the insurance money. I'm like, you know what?
First of all, I want to know where this nigga picked up that handgun. This nigga swooped it out of one of them goddamn cops. This nigga got crazy. This nigga said, you know what? If I can't get child support money, maybe I could get money if she dies. Because I claim her, so I'm going to get something off of her insurance money. So I'm going to get that bitch for sure. And then Atsuko down on the ground talking about go get her, and all the cars fly back past her with all the dirt, and then we got this big ass cop chase where the cop cars trying to hit like curves and spaces that they never should have been in, while this motorcycle flying past all these motherfuckers trying to get her.
Right, so y'all effed up.
Facts, they are heavy chasing her, trying to shoot her down. They don't give a fuck about Hannah in the back seat no more. Like, they trying to shoot her and everything. And she hopping over boxes and everything. And she hopped around. And then she reaches some point, and then she turns around. She's like, wait, where the fuck Hannah go? And somehow she left her back in some subsection of the alley. So Hannah pops up, and she was like, where the fuck am I? And then Father Pedro, old trash ass, pull up, and he was like, yo, my insurance money, I can definitely get it if you dead. So he pull up the blitz on her and tries to shoot her. Like, if this family couldn't get any more trash, like, fucking traumatizing her, this nigga is OD chasing her through the streets with a gun.
Trying to shoot her, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So we got big old chases going down from the policia onto Michiko going. She freaking rides a motorcycle up the stairs while these niggas is trying to drive up the stairs. She straight like push down a barrel like she Donkey Kong on these motherfuckers. Push that shit down. That shit crush out the cop car, and then she going her merry way.
Yep. Get them. And then, like I said, we still got father douchebags shooting at.
They're on the roof of freaking houses and shit like that. This nigga chasing her down, trying to shoot her, and got the minigun on her.
Yo, facts, son. That shit was wild.
Yeah, fucking. She's fed up. She grabs the cross and chucks it at the nigga, and it hits him so hard that it leaves a cross print on his freaking head. And then right when he about to shoot her, she called for Michiko, and she pull up, and she is red hot.
She was like, "You piece of shit."
Dead ass. And then she sees father no aim again.
I'm like, Merc
can't catch
him.
nothing.
Merc him.
Can't catch nothing. And boy, man, she tried to run that bitch ass over. Like she ran to him. She knocked the gun out of his hand, and she tries to run his ass over. But his old bitch ass jumps off the roof and lands on a pool table right through another roof that wasn't strong enough. So he just smashes through, and his goofy ass gets knocked out. So they drive off, and Hannah's holding on tight to her mother like a motherfucker right now. She's tired. She ain't got nowhere to go back. She's scared. She's just happy to see her mother. So she just wrapped on and hold on to her tight, and then she was like, she apologizes for lying earlier and all that other stuff. Hannah admits she does have the tattoo where she was lying about earlier. Yeah. And then we cut to a quick scene at Atsuko looking at the damages that all Michiko is laid out, and she yells out to the earth, Michiko! Michiko! That shit gave me Lupin the Third vibes. Lupin! So she riding off into the sunset, and just
I like these two together. This is gonna be fun.
Facts. I like the dynamic of all three women, because it's just as daughter and mother dealing with arguing back and forth, and then you got Atsuko just trying to chase her down. She got I
love a good arch nemesis.
Facts. And this one ride till the wheels fall off with these two, so it's a good vibe. And Hannah and Michiko running through
it's like
running
Goofy
through
and
the sunset. They're running through the sunset, and they start to argue as usual. They go with their little back and forth, and then all you see in the sky is a shiny ass "to be continued." And then we'll follow up in that next episode. But damn, son, once again the ending goes off in the same vibes, and that closes out episode 2.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yep, 2 banger of an episodes to start us off, introducing us to some trauma and some badass women, and then the second episode opening up a little bit of the story of an arch nemesis and everything. Like, these are 2-hitter episodes.
Yeah, this was a good episode. Another good one.
Yep, the show continues its wild ways, introducing a new character that adds a cop and robber element and more story to both, while these two came together wonderfully. And def recommend this growing interesting wild culture story, because this shit got it in spades here.
Oh yeah, this was good. I like the way that this episode continued on the first. Michiko and Asuka got this nice little Goofy and Pete rivalry going on.
Oh boy. Shit. If we talking about the realness between them, then I 100% agree.
Yeah, man. And I can't wait to continue watching.
Yeah, this is definitely it. And shout outs to Crunchyroll for giving its random pop up respect. They've been doing multiple posts. Like, they was like, "Yo, watch this show, bro."
Yo, that's
like they got the acquisition through Funimation and stuff like that, and they definitely showing out. Like they got many anime on they ad list, and they definitely want people to watch this shit for sure.
Yeah, Father Pedro needs his ass whooped some more.
Oh, facts. He didn't get enough. Like,
he ain't get enough for these 2 episodes. He needs some more.
Not at all.
Wife too. And the little brats.
Yeah, shit. They ain't getting enough smoke.
Whole squad.
For all the abuses and shit they was doing, but definitely for sure. So from our thing, we definitely recommend for people to watch the rest of the 22 episodes. It's a nice small anime to a strong point and stuff like that.
Make them all watch Yasuke.
On that note, shit, that's a good enough note to close off the book of Michiko to Hatchin. Definitely recommended from us for sure.
Yes, indeed. It's a good. We recommend it.
Yeah. So the preview, the next review episode that we'll be touching base on, we'll be back on the comfy couch where we'll be touching a new series that's also kind of like in its field a classic. So we're finally getting around to Cuphead episode 1 and 2. We'll review on our next review episode. We put this to the side for a time, but we've given it the time to mellow out on Netflix. But we're definitely tackling Netflix's Cuphead from video game to series.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
So we tackling that, and so
so beat that.
I'm never gonna beat that. I'm never gonna beat that. I'm never gonna beat that game. It's just stuck in infamy in that situation. If I'm just gonna hand that off to somebody else to go deal with that shit, because that's one of those games that'll be easily rage quit type shit.
Yeah.
So just to let people know, so we're into that stage where now we're letting people know on the guest list that what they would like from their episode and stuff in that genre, like per to say what's the next coming episodes, because we're now taking guest episodes down the line. So we got the list. I've reached out, or my co-host has reached out, or we're going to continue to reach out to people, and then we're just going to set up. We're going to let y'all know when y'all time is and what we're going to do in the conversation and what's what. So we'll have that recorded down the line. Likewise, we'll have Vault episodes. So we've had episodes produced before we've put these out into the stratosphere and on all these podcast platforms, and only few select people have heard our early states of that, and we're finally decided to open up, just like that Disney Vault. We're gonna open up our own vaults and go back into the catalog, so y'all get to listen to some of our times where we was working through podcast magic and trying to deal with such and such. And we've covered such topics and such episodes and stuff like that you guys haven't seen before and haven't realized.
Yasuke.
Yeah, which, I mean, that's one on the high list that'll probably be out our vaults in the early sessions that we put out. But we gotta let y'all hear our humble beginnings as we try to navigate through old podcast landscapes and was kind of wilding back in the day when we didn't have to administer to certain policies.
Oh, definitely. This is gonna be interesting.
Oh, facts. So those are upcoming in the next couple of weeks. We'll let people know what's up and we'll show out for that for sure.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing how everything shakes out.
Yep. We'll explain the time length and all that stuff and how we put that out at another point in time when we have all that together. So to find us, we got an email set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature, nature spelled Nature. We having all kinds of fun on the Twitter machines over there. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
If you're looking for us on YouTube, you can find us by searching Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yep. And that's all good from us. Any last notes before we hit the outro?
Nah, hit us with the outro, co-host. Hit us with the outro.
All right. Thanks for joining us today from Black Thought to Nerd Power. This is Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
And this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. Yo, fuck all of that family from Father Pedro and all them. They some abusive shit.
They need all their asses whooped.
Yeah, they need
twice
double.
over.
Yeah, twice on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, get God wrath right on that bad family shit.
Stomp, mink, all that.
All that shit. Headbutts and everything. Run their ass over. Beat them down. Drag them shits.
We need Cora. We need the chick from
Oh yeah, all of the ladies on our World of Violence.
Yeah, we need y'all.
Come together and stomp
roll
the motherfuckers out.
Roll through.
Facts. But on that note, we out.
Peace.
Peace.